YIJING House presents to you a recap on the 2021 Chinese New Year talk. In case you have missed it, here it is. First and foremost, let me wish everybody, a happy Li Chun. So in case you don't know, the Ox year started officially as of last night, 10:58 p.m. So we are officially in the Ox year. Hi, Eric. Hi. So just to share a bit more. So actually, those that are born today, right, they are already born in the year of Ox. It's actually not following the Chinese New Year, our Lunar New Year, but in fact it is following the seasonal, the 24 seasonal calendar. Okay, that is the more accurate one. Our Chinese lunar calendar, right, is actually meant for farmers and agriculture side one. Is the actual Chinese calendar should be using, the seasonal calendar, which you always hear this term Li Chun. Maybe you never hear Li Dong, but definitely you have heard Dong Zhi before. Okay, so these are the services that YIJING House provide. Okay, so this is some of the topics that we will be going through today. Okay, and without further ado, let's go to the topics proper. Okay, so first I will touch on some major trends. It's nothing to do with 2021, but some of the important major trends that is shifting. Okay, so this is not so much for 2021, but really for the way moving forward. Okay, so there are three key trends. First, we talk about society over profits. I think previously, or even in the current juncture, in this era, a lot of corporations, organizations is very focused on earning money. Okay, when you start a business, the first thing we think about is how to make money, how to monetize from the business. Okay, so the trend has changed. Okay, what the trend moving forward? Okay, you need to give first, earn later. Okay, and you need to try to do business to improve lives. I'm not saying that you need to start a social enterprise. Okay, but I'm saying that you need to have the intent to serve first. Okay, the money will be the byproduct thereafter. Okay, if you still go with the mindset of earning money first, that is that will be a case that most likely you will not succeed or you will fail. Okay, in fact, we have already started seeing such trends. Okay, for example, actually, if you all think back, when Facebook started, is to serve community. It is not to make money. Okay, so this is an example. So moving forward, this will be more and more apparent. And those organizations that or companies that really focus on just making profits, right? Okay, let's see what is going to happen to them. Okay, so this is the first major trend. Okay, the second one, authenticity. Okay, I believe, I don't know, is everybody from Singapore? If you are from Singapore, probably you have seen this face before. Okay, it is our dear 卖鱼哥 Wang Lei, right? And I believe all of you should know how popular he became during the circuit breaker period. Okay, and how much viewership he has. And one core trait of him, if you all realize, is about authenticity. Okay, so regardless of whether he is scolding you, he is saying vulgar language, okay, people still log in and still go to his live sessions. The trend moving forward is really about being true to yourself. Be yourself. Okay, people will like you for who you are. Okay, so these two terms below, okay, branding and marketing, Okay, I'm not saying that it will totally die off. I'm not saying that there will not be no more branding and marketing. There will still be. Okay? When I strike off the branding and marketing, what I mean by that is, the typical branding and marketing in our era now. Okay, it's like, package very nice. Okay, the corporate look and feel. Wearing branded watches, prim and proper, driving super expensive cars. This kind of branding and marketing package will not work. Okay, will not work in the future. Okay, so authenticity is the way moving forward. You need to be real. Okay, you need to be true. Okay, so people will follow you when you show to them that is the real you, and not just put up a false front or a fake front. Okay, the third major trend that I'm going to talk about is, integrated partnerships. So when I say integrated partnerships, right, it's really about working together across industries. Okay, then you may say, okay, it has already happened quite some time ago. There is already integrated partnerships way before and even now. Okay, what I'm trying to say here is a real integrated partnership, and not integrated with limited integration with limited partnership, or pure partnership with no integration. Okay, many organizations are still stuck in this cycle now. Okay, I give you an example. I don't know if you all know that some media company has bought over SG Karma many years back. Okay, but until now, you see, SG Karma is still SG Karma. There is no integration. There is no partnership. Okay, and then this example on the right, okay, is one of the example. You see, Bakwa with this croquette. Okay, so the Singapore-Korean tourism collaboration. Okay, next we also have Hyatt Centric. Okay, so it's actually, okay, the hotels, okay, had the collaboration with this company called Sofa Sounds and Spotify. Okay, and together they created this project to attract, okay, if you all can see, attract those musicians to create music, to produce music in this place. Okay, and it will be further produced into soundtracks, okay, to be used. So this is the kind of integrated partnerships that I'm talking about, and you need to be creative and innovative about it. Okay, let me throw you some ideas. Okay, so for example, when we really talk about integrated partnership, for example, can a tuition center work with a massage chain? Many of you now in the head may be thinking, wow, siao lah, crazy lah. How can a spa chain, massage chain work with a tuition center? Okay, or for example, can a bakery work with a pet shop? Okay, so the integrated partnerships I'm talking about is really to break boundaries. You really need to break boundaries to form the partnership, and it really has to have synergy, okay, within them, and not just a pure like just ink on the agreement and say this is a partnership. Okay, 2021 world overview. Okay, so first thing I want to share with you is actually every 60 years is one cycle. Okay, in Chinese terms, in Fenghui term, we call it 60甲子. Okay, every 60 years there's a repeat. Okay, and the events repeat. Of course, it is not exactly the same, but there will be strong links and similarities between every 60 years. This year is Metal Ox, is Sing Chou year. Okay, so now let's look back. Okay, so 1961 and 1901. 1901, okay, World War One. Okay, that happened 120 years ago. Okay, what about 1961? 1961, Okay, I don't know how many of you know this. Okay, actually, I also don't know. Like, of course, I only know when I started to do research. Okay, so 1961, Cold War, Vietnam War, Portuguese Colonial War, Eritrean War of Independence. Okay, I think the more famous one, everybody will be more familiar, will be Vietnam War. Cold War, actually, most of you should be familiar as well. Okay, it involves Russia and actually Germany. That is the year that Berlin Wall was created. Okay, so 1901, 1961, all the Sing Chou year, all the metal ox years. Okay, you see a similarity between them, right? Okay, next, let's take a look at Singapore. Singapore, what do you think happened? So 1961, that was a very significant event that happened. Anybody know what it is? Okay, if you dig further, if you dig on the history, yes, it burned down how many houses, blah, 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 how many people. Compared to now, you may think that it may not be a big thing. But back then, this fire was a very big event in Singapore. So moving on to world overview, okay. In Chinese history, okay, there are two books that predicts annual fortune. Okay, one is called YIJING, okay, and then the other one is called Tu. First, let's take a look at YIJING. Okay, YIJING has quite accurately predicted the COVID last year. Okay, but that has passed lah. Okay, so I will not touch on it. Okay. Okay, so this is the actual text that is in YIJING, that is the forecast for 2021. To my own translation and understanding or interpretation, okay, these are the few key points. Okay, so disease and illness will fade away. Okay, so that's a good news lah. That means COVID probably will go away. Okay, fade away lah. Will not be totally eliminated. Okay, this is the very scary part. Population will be halved. Okay, of course, those survive will emerge stronger and better. Population will be halved. Okay, so you can't take the words literally. Those that can read Chinese, right? Can you see this part? 人民留一半, the last line. That is, okay, why I say the population will be halved. Okay, but it can also mean that for example, it is not literally physically the population will be halved. It can also mean that maybe assets or the total wealth of the population will be halved, or the food supply will be halved. Okay, so it not necessarily means physical person. Okay, really, half the population will die. Okay, but it can also mean that way. Okay, next point. Okay, regardless of wealthy or poor, all will be negatively affected. Okay. Last important point in the text, okay, is there will be disaster striking domestic animals. I don't know, got bird flu, mad cow. I don't know what is coming up again, but this is in the text, okay, that says that disaster will be striking domestic animals, and I don't know how bad it will be. Okay, I don't know if we still have yakiniku or wagyu beef to eat in the coming year or not. Or we may not have. Okay, so this is for forecast. Okay, from YIJING. Okay, next we talk about, there is still an associated image for every year. Okay, for every of the forecasted year. So I believe all of you can see here. Okay, this image on the left, right. There is also the associated sentences or text that comes with it. Okay, so I want to highlight something here. Just now, remember in YIJING, there is the part that say 人民留一半, so the population will be half. Okay, then in 推背图, okay, there is this sentence, I circle in red, 万人后死万人生. It also says about people dying in this book. I'm quite particular and about this line because it coincides with YIJING. My interpretation, okay, from the text combined with the picture, there is there's this part about the 门外一路群雄争夺. Okay, so it's like everybody fighting for something, right? Okay, so that is a possibility from what I read. Okay, it can be about Taiwan. Next, can also be vaccine, because now we know that there are many vaccines, but not a single one is truly 100% of or effective yet. So it can be all the countries fighting over vaccine. Okay, the eventual one that proves to be effective. Okay, it can also be okay, China fighting against the rest of the world. There's another part of the text that says that disaster was spread in fire months. Okay, so these are the fire months this year: May, June, August, September. So if we same thing, if we match back to the YIJING earlier, then the disaster striking the domestic animals can potentially happen during these months. Lastly, okay, if you've seen the picture and you read the text, I see as people dying, and the text also say that actually the people inside of the gate is also dying. So coupled with all this, it can mean, I have shown to you just earlier that 1961, what happened? 1901, what happened? So, to be very honest, I hope I'm wrong. Okay, but many pieces of the pieces of the evidence point towards this, or be prepared for the worst case scenario if it really happens. Okay, and we all know when it is war, if war really breaks out, one way or another, we will all be affected, and likely in the negative way. 2021 Singapore overview. Nevertheless, those that are not Singaporeans, okay, just bear with me, okay? Okay, here I have the table, okay, that I've compiled from all the way from what, 1961 to 2019. Okay, so what information I have here, if you look at the column heading, I know it's a bit small. Okay, GDP per capita, GDP growth, GDP annual change. Okay, and lastly, I have STI, the stock index. Okay, returns. Okay, so coupled with all this economic information or indicators, right? You can see I have highlighted those. I've highlighted some of the cells in red. So in red means that the years that we didn't do well. Okay, and you can see that some years there is, okay, for example, 2019 there's only one, 2018 there's two red box in that year, things like that. There are also 1985 where we have 4 red box, things like that. I don't know if you can see, okay, the years that I've circled, they have this common thing. First, all of them have something red that year. Second, all of them have this common. I think it's a bit too small. You all may not be able to see. Okay, so they have this similarity with them, which is they are all Sing metal years. Okay, so some of you may think, wow, this year, for example, 1997, not so bad, got 3 okay, but only 1 red. But you can actually see that red, I know it's a bit small, but I can read to you. That red is very bad. Okay, STI is down 30.99%. 30.99% that year, correct? Okay, so what are the similarities between these years? Okay, it is the same thing. They point to this word 丑. 丑 is actually ox. So actually stands for ox. So coupled with the earlier word 辛, right? 辛丑, right, is the exact same year that we are going through now. Same metal year is not very good. Okay, and the ox year is not very good. Coupled together, what do you think will happen? Economically wise, I think it is going to be very bad for Singapore. Okay, there is evidence here, okay, from the statistics. This statistics is not from me. I don't pluck from the sky. Okay, you can check it out yourself. Okay, 2021. So this is the 八字 for Li Chun, which means that this is the 八字 for this year. You can see, right, this year, okay, like I've shared with you all, Metal Ox, Xing Chou, this is the year. There is no basis, there is no historical records, okay, that depositing money on Li Chun, okay, works or is going to bring you auspicious luck, things like that. Okay, to me, deposit money, okay, on Li Chun Day itself is, okay, is crap. Okay, please don't do it. Don't waste your time on this. Okay, so the following years moving forward, please don't waste your time doing this as well. I will take you through the Feng Shui portion of 2021. Okay, I'm not sure how many of you are familiar. Okay, in Feng Shui, of course, there's many different schools and different sects. Okay, so the 9 stars, or commonly known as flying stars, is actually most commonly applied in Singapore, but I don't use it. I only use a very small part of it. Okay, so what do I use about it? So this is the flying star chart for this year. The purple ones are the bad stars, and the red ones are the good stars. One that we must be concerned the most is, okay, the number 5 star. Okay, 5 yellow. Chinese we call Wu Huang. Okay, this is also only the star that I am concerned about. Okay, because I've experimented it myself, and I know that it works. I've experimented with all the stars basically, and I find that this is the only one that you really got to take care in terms of flying stars. Okay, some other people may disagree with me. It's okay. This is the most inauspicious star. That's why we need to take care of it. Okay, when it hits you or it gets activated, it can go as bad as hospitalized, losing a large amount of wealth, divorce, things like that. Okay, so we got to take care of, okay, this 5 yellow, which resides in the southeast sector this year. It will actually only be activated. You only feel the effects of this. Activated means you feel the effects if you have external shock. Okay, so I'll share with you these 3 main external shock that I'm quite concerned with. Okay, one is called the pointed angle one. Okay, the pointed angle star. Some people call it 尖角 star. Okay, so you can see this, the edge here. If it cuts through, if it's pointing to your apartment or house and it cuts through, then it will activate. And it must cut through the southeast. If it cuts through other sector, then it's okay. Okay, so this is one of the external shock. Next, I think this is commonly heard, T-junction. Okay, so you see this row. Okay, in fact, it's this unit here will be affected. Actually, the rest is not affected. This particular unit here will be affected. Okay, but actually for T-junction, right, it works both ways. Not necessarily means that it clash to you means it's a bad thing. It can be vice versa. It can be a bad thing. It can also be a very good thing. Okay, but for the first one, it's definitely a bad thing. Okay, and the last one, okay, reverse up, or what we call 反攻 in Chinese, 反攻. Okay, so this is also very potent. Can really cause serious damage. Okay, bad luck. Okay, so okay, if it cuts through, it will impact You see this block 13, right? So this unit will get impacted. So these are external shock. So actually, when we talk about 5 yellow, right? Only if you have a set external shock, then you will be affected. So if you don't have, rightfully, you will not be affected by 5 yellow. For some who don't even know what flying stars about or how to apply, right? So for example, this is the floor plan of your place. Okay, then you overlay, okay, the night grids over. So you can see number 5 at this area. Okay, the living room area. Okay, if any of the star is cutting through here, pointing to here, then you will be the number 5 yellow will be activated and you will receive the full back effects of it. Okay. So, okay, if you are lucky enough, if Southeast is, okay, I got a friend here, stay landed one. So, you know, some people, the toilet very big, right? So, when we're talking about, it's really at the toilet bowl, okay? Okay, then if it is at the stove, okay, it will increase the inauspiciousness. So there's 2 ways to remedy. Okay, 1, okay, using metal. Okay, because 5 yellow belongs to the element earth. Okay, 土，金木水火土土. Okay, earth. So you can use metal to exhaust the 5 yellow. 泄它 in Chinese we call 泄它. Okay, to exhaust it. Okay, so using 6 coins with a black mat below. Must have black mat or black piece of paper. Okay, okay. I personally prefer method number 2, but sometimes no choice lah. Not sometimes depending on what is at that sector of your house. Sometimes you can only use method 1. Okay, so second method is using the salt water cure. Okay, so in Chinese we call it 安人水 lah. So 安人水. So what is a salt water cure? It looks like this. You get any container, okay, you put, okay, salt, okay, and then you place 6 coins. Like I said, it can be, okay, you don't exactly need the coin in the middle. Okay, you don't exactly need the coin in the middle. Okay, this is that. Okay, so the basic version, you get any container, salt, you fill up the 6 coin, and then you pour water in it. Okay, good enough. Okay, mine is the upgraded version. That's why you see more things. Okay, you see one bigger coin. Okay, because the center coin, because if you want to use, you need to use the dragon silver, what we call long yin. Okay, so if you don't have, just do up with the 6 coins will do. So in every year in 推背图, refer back to it, there is also a Gua. Okay, some of you may heard of this term called Gua or trigram or hexagram. Okay, so this year the Gua is 火雷噬刻. Okay, Li Gua on top and Zheng Gua below. Okay, I will not dwell too much into this. So the base Gua below is Zheng Gua. Okay, which belongs to the wood element. So the enhancement for this Gua this year, okay, you can place 6 bottles of water or a black mat at the east of. Okay, how to place, right? Just place side by side. Okay, like this. Like this. Okay. I usually will remove the packaging outside because some packaging may have some weird pictures. So yeah, I will keep it clean and neat, just like this. Just water. Just 6 bottles of water. Okay, if you cannot place water, because let's, for example, there is a I don't know, a cupboard there or something there, then you can just place a black mat underneath that cupboard. It has to be as close to the floor as possible. Okay, not placed high up. Okay, as close to the floor as possible. I will start with, okay, so this is a typical 八字 chart, you know, year, month, day, hour, correct? Okay. And every time we talk about a zodiac sign, okay, like born in the year of ox, born in the year of dragon, okay, it is actually just one character of your 8 characters. Just one character out of the 八字. So please tell me how accurate you think it can be. So for example, if I tell you, if you are, for example, if you are born in the year of snake, the luck of snake this year is super good. Do you think all the snake in the world will be going through good luck? There will be no snake. That means nobody born in the year of snake will go through divorce. Nobody born in the year of snake will go bankrupt. Nobody in the year of snake will get retrenched. It don't work that way, right? I won't give you this because I feel that is I never say about other people. I feel it's irresponsible. Okay, I give you an analogy lah. Okay, if you are injured, okay, you go to and you have multiple injuries on you lah. Okay, from head to toe you have multiple injuries. You go to the doctor. Okay, the doctor tells you, let's take an X-ray of your foot. Okay, and I will be able to give you a full diagnosis of what happened to you. Like, how can reading one part of it tell you the full picture? It can never happen that way. Okay, so if I hate to disappoint you, but if you want to know, you have to read this elsewhere. Okay, it won't come from me. I have some additional tips. Please keep away any or throw away any inauspicious objects in the house, like this. I don't know which clever guy invented coronavirus soft toy, plush ball. I don't know. Okay, this one, design very nice, right? But okay, most likely if you have this at your house, or worse in your Taohua area, yeah, guess what will happen to your relationship? This one very cute, right? Plush toy zombie. Would you want to keep a corpse in your own home or not? You won't, right? So please don't keep this type of plush toy. Okay. Next, any form of animal ornaments that belongs to the 12 zodiac, please keep them away. Okay, horse, cat, we classify them as tiger. Okay, so no, please. Okay, for this 招财猫, right? How many of you got 招财猫in your at home? Have you seen anybody who got rich by placing a 招财猫? The only person who got rich by placing a 招财猫, right, is the manufacturer. Hello Kitty is also tiger. This is who? My Melody. Is it My Melody? The rabbit. Then this is rat. Please keep them, throw them away. Okay, they are very potent. They can work both ways. That means if placed correctly, it will help in your feng shui a lot. If placed wrongly, it will also create a lot of problems for you. Okay, but the reason why I'm asking you to keep is because if you do not have that professional knowledge, then there is a high likelihood that you may place it wrongly and create a negative effect. Last one. Okay, from the feng shui aspect as well. Okay, declutter your qian and kun. Declutter means keep it clean. Okay, means keep it clean and clear, neat. Okay, so qian and kun gua, some of you may not understand. Qian and kun gua actually is qian is actually a northwest, and kun is actually the southwest sector. So these two are the most important gua to me. Okay, because they stand for mother and father. They also stand for customer and money. Okay, so how do you find your qian and kun? Okay, very simple. So, okay, do it in your own room. For example, this is your room. For example, this is your room. Okay, so you draw an imaginary line across. You draw another imaginary line across. Basically, you are just trying to find the center point. Okay, what we call 太极 point, 太极点. Once you find the center point, you stand at the center point. Okay, and then you take out your compass. Okay, If you don't have compass at home, you don't have low pan, then use your phone compass. Okay, at worst. And then after you stand in the middle, you take the bearing and direction. You find where is northwest and where northwest and southwest. Okay, so in this case, here is northwest, here is southwest. So you make sure that they are clean and neat. Okay, lastly, I would appreciate if you can follow us, like us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook, or you want to have more updated news or sometimes insider deals, right? Then please join my Telegram group. If you have time, can go and see some of my YouTube videos. Last but not least, if you have any questions, you can text, can WhatsApp me or call me at this number. Okay. If we have no more questions, I really thank you for everybody's time. I hope I have provided you some interesting insights, some useful knowledge for you to work on. Okay. It's going to be a very scary year. I'm not going to hide it. So everybody, please embrace yourself for the upcoming 2021. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Happy Li Chun. Bye. Know your fate. Master your destiny.